Hello, 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 everybody. This is Darius, aka D Hop, coming to you. Guys, we're going to talk about credit today. So, I got some two amazing individuals that's going to come live. We're going to get you some information. If you have questions, make sure you put those questions down. We can answer them. So, I got two special guests online right now. It's going to be Team Life Changers, and we're going to change your life here today. So, sit there. We're going to get started here in just one moment. All right. Welcome back. This is Darius. So I'm going to bring on some two special people, two business partners of mine. They are from Team Life Changers. Without further ado, let me introduce Regional Sales Director, Miss Hope. Can you hear me loud and clear, ma'am?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can hear and see you loud and clear, ma'am. All right. Also, let me bring on another person, Mr. Senior Field Trainer, Andre Harris. Can you hear and see us loud and clear?
Yes, yes. Hear you loud and clear. I can see you.
Awesome. So I invited these two on, and they're going to talk about something very, very important, right? We're going to talk about credit. We're going to get your credit questions out of the way, all of that. We're going to tell you about some things you probably might not know about credit and how to increase it, things you need to worry about, and things like that. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it up to Miss Hope. Miss Hope, can you tell them a little bit about our services, what we offer, and how we can help people?
First of all, Mr. Darius, thank you. Thank you so much for this invitation to come on your show and just pass on some information to people out here. Credit is so important, but what I love about our services is we're not credit repair. We are financial fitness. So when we talk about financial fitness, we're talking about all the things that you need to be financially fit. It's just like trying to get physically fit. You know, you need to talk about your meals. You need to talk about your workout. You need to talk about going to the gym. It's the same thing. So with our company, they actually provide 14 amazing products in one plan. There is no other place where you can get that package, I guarantee you, and for the price that they are offered at. So we have, of course, credit restoration, because that's what most people need. We also have budgeting. A lot of people are scared about budgets because it's like, oh, I don't want nobody telling me how to spend my money. That's not what budgets are about. Budgets are basically you finding out how your money is walking out the door. So with a budget, you get to actually have control of your money. We have credit monitoring because we know there are people out there just waiting to take your to put things in your name or steal your identity, which of course we do have identity monitoring. That's one of the few things that we have that makes me love this company and makes me excited about being a part of it. Finances is my baby. I live, breathe, talk about finances because, of course, there was a time when I wasn't financially fit. Even though I was in the military and I was getting a paycheck every 2 weeks, I wasn't financially fit. So I found myself broke, like not a little broke, but broke. So it took some time for me to dig myself out of it. And ever since then, I've been so passionate about people understanding about their finances because, again, I never want people to feel like I felt when I was deep down in that hole, like there was no way out. So this is just something that I do that, you know what, if you call me at 3 o'clock in the morning and ask me about your credit and let's talk about it, I'll be willing to talk to you. So again, we are giving you a package, not just one product.
Awesome. So if I would ask you a favorite product, what would it be?
My favorite product right now is the Will and Trust. Actually, I have two, the will and trust and the financial lockbox. And I'll just tell you why. When COVID hit last year, a lot of people passed away that we were not expecting them to pass away. They didn't have, quite a few of them didn't have their affairs in order. When it comes to wills is just basically telling people what you want when you can no longer, or you're not able to speak for yourself. We have the financial and medical powers of attorney that comes with that will and trust. Again, if something was to happen today and I could not speak for myself, my bills still have to get paid. There are things that have to happen in my life. Who's responsible for that? Who's going to be ready to jump into my place to take care of it? If I'm hurt, who's going to make those medical decisions for me? All this comes in one package. You actually get a binder. And the process for our will and trust and financial and medical powers of attorney is so easy. You sit in front of your computer, you take your time, you fill out the information, the attorneys process it and send you a binder that you can just get notarized. That's one thing off your table. And then we talk about the financial lockbox. Until I became an agent with ethics, I really didn't think about this. My will was in a safe. The only person that knew the combination to the safe was me. So it didn't hit me to think, okay, if something happened to you, where is your will? I mean, who has access to it? So we now have this financial lockbox that you can put all your important documents, and you can authorize somebody to go in there and they know where all your stuff is. So again, two products that I think that everybody needs. It doesn't matter how much money you have, you don't have, there are things that you want in your life, and you have to be able to articulate that when you can no longer speak for yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the will and trust is something that I had to learn, because I know it's something I didn't grow up learning about, is the importance of a will and trust. So yeah. What would you tell, since we know now how important a will and trust, what would you tell the people out there who don't have a will and trust, don't think they need a will and trust? What would you tell those people?
Oh, wow. I would tell them that, you know what, life is not guaranteed. There's nothing that promises you that you're going to wake up tomorrow. And it's something that when I talk to people, a lot of people tell me, well, I don't have that much. And I say to you, how many times have you seen a family fall apart over grandma's ring or her jewelry case because now it has sentimental value to somebody? And nobody thought it was that important, but now that she's gone, everybody wants it. So grandma needs to tell us who she wants to have that jewelry box. And that's what a will does. You also have people that say, I don't want the man in my business. Well, guess what? When you die and you don't have a will, guess who's making decisions for you and your family? The man. Right. So again, this is so basic. It doesn't matter if you're 20 years old. How do you want to be buried? Do you want to be cremated? Do you want a funeral outfit change? What do you want? Again, it's something that tells everybody else what you want. Right. Families are broken up over making decisions that I don't think it's fair to them, because again, they're already in mourning and now they have to make decisions for what you want, which Absolutely. You could have easily just helped them out with.
Absolutely. And I couldn't have said it better. See, I tell a lot of people, they say, well, you know, I don't really have a lot of assets. I don't have a lot of things I need to get. But think about this. Think about your kids, right?
Yes.
When you don't have a will, the state makes the decision of what happens. Right. Does the state know what's best for your child? No. You know what's best for your child. Who do you want to take care of your child if you're not around? That's why you need a will. Right. Andre, you just added to this call here. Were you anything to add on the will and trust?
Yes, sir. I thank you very much for having it on your show tonight. I appreciate you, my brother. Darius has been a great mentor and friend for me since I've been in the business for a year now. And of course, my upline, Miss Hope, is on the line with us. But yes, we talk about this all the time. This is something, especially since the pandemic, this is something that our team has really talked about and pushed in the flyers of understanding the last will, the living trust, the financial attorney, right? The healthcare power of attorney, making those decisions at that moment of pain and suffering is not a good thing, right? So it needs to be planned out and discussed and have everything ready to go when that time comes,
Absolutely.
right? So yes, we're pushing it. We're definitely pushing.
Absolutely. Now, one thing, and I don't know if it's changed. 'Cause I got the military in 06. And I know one thing that we had to do before we deployed, we had to do power of attorney and wills.
Right.
So that there should tell you how important it is. Like, it's not about what kind of assets you got. It doesn't matter if you're an officer or if you're an enlisted person. It does not matter.
Yes.
It's important enough for the military to mandate it. Then you should have it anyway. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Andre, tell us if there's one service that we offer that is your favorite.
Wow,
what is it?
Loaded question. I would say credit my rent. I live here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I've been living here for 2 years now. And I've been looking at all the reports and listening to all the news reports and whatnot. And it is actually 500,000 people that are renters here in Las Vegas, Nevada. 500,000 people rent. So with that being said, I'm saying, okay, do you know that if you're renting and you're paying rent on time, why not put that towards getting your credit, building credit, right?
Let me jump in there real quick.
Rent.
Let me jump in there real quick before you dive into that. Let me just ask a simple question. Why are these people renting?
It's a good question. And most likely we have to look at the fact their financial affairs are not in order and they don't have the credit score. There's about 63 million people that have less than 599 credit score here in the United States. We must change that. That has to be changed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So go back and dive into the credit my rent. I just want to let people know the reason a lot of people are not owning houses is because their finances are in order. They may need some help in credit. This system, this credit my rent, is going to allow you to get closer to that goal. This credit my rent is the only program to increase your credit without going into some type of debt.
Correct.
Think about that when he's explaining this program. Think about that. You can take it away.
Absolutely. You do not have to go in debt with this program. You're already doing what is right, and that's paying rent on time, right? So you're paying rent on time in this program, right? There's 3 levels to it, which is real simple and easy, right? You can start right now and pay month to month, right? $9.95. Or we can actually got a program, we can go back 1 year, 1 full year of getting credit for you, right? And then of course we have the 2-year program. That program again goes back 2 years of getting all this credit, or should I say all these payments that you paid on time, put on your credit score. Again, $9.95 a month is the bill for that, right? That is nothing. That's a couple of burgers at McDonald's, right? To get a credit score that is worthy for you for all the hard work you're doing by paying rent on time and getting to the ultimate goal, what we all discussed. We all discussed the ultimate goal. You become a homeowner one day because now you have your financial affairs in order and you also have the credit score that is needed, right? Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I personally, I love the credit my rent. I mean, to go back 2 years, think about when you talking about credit, And we're talking about increasing credit. Now, you got to do two things to increase credit. One, we got to take off these negative items. And two, you got to put positive items back on. Right? That's a must. That's a must.
That's a must. That's a must. Absolutely.
Step. They forget that second step. So there's companies out there that say they can take off negative items and all that. Well, what about putting back on? Because that's what you're really going to need. When you go to buy a house, they're looking at what positive trade lines do you have?
Mm-hmm.
And this can do it. To go 2 years, to get 2 years added to your credit, guys, that just makes sense, right?
That's amazing. That's amazing. That is amazing.
That just makes sense. And so, and one thing that resonates with me with this company, right? The program, the will and trust that Hope spoke about, the Credit My Rent that Andre talked about, guys, you can actually have this company fund those programs for you.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
The will and trust, you can get that free with all the other services that Hope talked about, right? 14 different services. You can get all that for free, right? We're not talking just credit restoration here. We're talking about a lot of different things that you already need for your financial fitness, right? Okay. Now, the Credit My Rent is not part of the protection plan, but it is part of our company. And you can use this company to fund that, what he just spoke about. And what do I mean by funding that, right? I mean, the company can actually pay you for using these services.
Mm-hmm.
So talking about that, Andre, how can someone get this company to fund the Credit My Rent?
I'm glad you said that, because in this company, we have the diagram of showing us how we continue to help people, right? So building people helps build their confidence, build their financial status, right? And it builds the team, right? So again, we just going by signing up, showing love to people, of showing them a program of getting 5 people in a month, right? And show them how they can come over to take over this program. But for us, we also, if you don't want to join the program, you just want to get the services, then we have a link that we can send you that you can sign up, and it explains everything to you. Or a simple phone call to one of the agents on the team will share the Credit My Rent program. Is that what you was asking, or is there?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Hey, we got a lot of programs here.
So that's how we can do it, because we have the programs out there, and like you said earlier, and so did Hope, we all need one or another of these programs.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, this is a need. So what we do is we have a solution to a problem that millions of Americans have.
Correct.
I mean, that's all it is. See, I tell people all day, you know what? We don't sell a thing. No. I sell for a living. I don't sell with this, because all I'm doing is giving a solution to a problem, right? You want home ownership. How are you going to get there? I'm gonna get you from point A to point house, right? Mm-hmm. And what you can do is you can become a referral agent where you can do the exact same thing. Not only are you going to get the service for free, but the company will pay you for it. And the only thing you got to do is refer. The company's going to do the work. So they're paying you for what? A referral, right? A referral.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, this company pays every week, guys. This is not a monthly pay. It's not a yearly pay. We're talking about every week. All right? I'm not talking about a little bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about this company pays out millions of dollars a week. Right. And you can partake in that. Right?
Yes.
All the services we go over, all the business partners we have, a lot of success. And you can get control of that. This is what you need, right? Cash, everybody says cash is king. I haven't seen a lot of people buying houses with cash. So what you gonna do?
That's true.
So what you gonna do? Right? Cash may be king, but I'm gonna save my king. I'm gonna leverage my credit because I want to use somebody else's money. Right? So I come from the car background. So there are some people that pay cash for cars, right? And I tell them point blank, I wouldn't pay cash for a car. You know why? Because it's a depreciating asset. That means you're losing money. So what I'm going to do is use somebody else's money, let them lose, and I can leverage my credit to use their money while it's depreciating. That's just smart money. I'm putting my money in some other things, right? I put my money in stocks and bonds and all that because that's going to appreciate with value. See, that's a gold nugget right there, right? So Miss Hope,
Yes.
give us some encouragement. Give us something of why you joined this business.
Wow. So that was easy. It was an easy decision for me. I was already helping people out with working on their credit because, again, that's a passion of mine. And I saw Vice President Lee making posts, and I reached out to him. I was like, that's very interesting what you do. And he said, well, you can make money doing the same thing. And I said, well, I don't want to make money. I just want to help people. And what he said to me, and it made so much sense, was people do not put value in what you do for them unless they're invested in it. And when he said it, I was like, wow, that makes a lot, because people would send me all their information. I will work it out. They give me permission to call credit people. I'll call them for them, but they didn't. It was like, if something was to go wrong, they would say, well, it's your fault. And I'm thinking, I was just helping you out. So again, I was still active duty military, getting ready to retire when I joined the services. When I became an agent, June of 2018. And I did absolutely nothing for 9 months. Absolutely nothing. I did not need credit restoration because my credit score was over 800. And when they pulled my credit report, they said you have zero deficiencies, or so you don't need credit restoration. But I'm looking at all these programs and products, and I'm saying to myself, well, I want to see the value in it. You know, it's easy for you to tell somebody what to do. And it's so crazy that we're talking about this. And I just wanted to show this because everybody talks about it, but they don't realize you got to live the life that you're talking about. And I don't know if you can see this. This is my care plan. So it's right here.
I was looking around for mine. I think it's in the other room. I was looking for mine. I was like,
yeah. So, but I took time. I went through the products and I said, this is valuable. There is no way anyone can say, of all these products that we have, I don't need any one of them. Yeah. And they make it so simple for anybody to use. And being in the military, we talk about keeping it simple. The company does that. And so for me, it was a no-brainer. Once I retired, I told Mr. Lee, I'm ready, let's do this. And I haven't looked back. Now, I'm going to be honest when I talk about this business. Mm-hmm. It is not for the faint of heart, okay? You have to be passionate about it. You have to be passionate about helping people because that's what we're doing. It's not about money. And I know it sounds like a cliche because we're in business to make money. But when you think about the lives that you are changing, I think one of mine that still makes me emotional when I talk about it was this young lady looking to improve her credit so she can move her children to a better neighborhood so they can go to better schools. You know, those are things that some of us take for granted.
Yeah, absolutely.
And watching her, and all I said to her was, you got to trust the process. You got to trust the process. Right. It's a process. It's not overnight. I cannot make you promises that I cannot keep. And 6 months later, when she reached back out and said, I got approved, like I was in tears. And you would have thought that I got approved, but I was so excited for her because That's what we're doing. Those children are not going to have a better education. They're going to be able to feel safe in their neighborhood. And that's what we do. We do change lives.
Absolutely.
And we have clients that want immediate results. Sometimes you can't get that because, again, it took some time to ruin or make your credit what it is. So it's going to take time to put it back together.
Absolutely.
I use myself because I tell people I'm a subject matter expert of hope. I don't talk about, I cannot talk about anybody else. So I posted a question yesterday that said, how many inquiries can you have and maintain an 800 credit score? The answer was 10, because I have 10 hard inquiries on my credit report. And I posted it all because people need to see that everybody's different. And for me to maintain an 800 credit score, and I tell people that, listen, your credit does not really say anything about who you are as a person. Yeah. It's all, what it is a numeric representation of your relationship with money.
Absolutely.
Just like any relationship, if you want it to get better, you have to work on it. You cannot keep doing the same thing you're doing and expecting different results.
Absolutely.
So for me, being an agent in this company, I can tell you, sometimes I'll tell people, listen, if you are not, I paid for people to get their credit fixed because I know how important it is. And I truly believe that we have to pay it forward. Okay. In everything we do, we have to pay it forward. Now, have I paid for people to get their credit fixed and they kept doing what they were still doing? Yes. But you know what? My heart is good. I'm in a good place. So this business is also very, as much as you have to have a strong will, it's also very easy. They've given us everything we need. Now, I have traditional businesses. Okay. To set up my last business, a pet accessory line, it cost me no less than $10,000. Okay. FES is saying I had to build a website. I had to buy the products. I had to stay up at night labeling the stuff, counting. FES is saying to us, you don't have to do any of that. We got you. Yep. Here's your website. Actually, we'll give you 2 websites. Oh, wait. You want apps? We got apps for you. Our business is easy because we're not selling anything. We're exposing. Listen, I don't need to tell you you need credit restoration. I don't need to tell you that you need a will. I don't need to tell you that you need to monitor your credit or your identity because you see people's stuff get stolen every day. Those are the things that you already need. My job is to let you know where you can get some solutions to those problems. Yeah. It's simple.
Yeah.
So I love what it is that I'm doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And you hit a nail with your story. You hit the nail on the head there. I had a similar situation. It's, you know, you got to look at, sometimes you got to look past yourself, right? Sometimes the issue is bigger than yourself.
Absolutely.
I had a family that, you know, they stayed in a non-desirable place. You know, the kids couldn't go out and play because it was that dangerous, because that's what, you know, their finances put them, right? So you get their credit fixed. Now they can move into the nice neighborhood that they can play in the yard. Right. They don't have to go to the dangerous parks that we know that crazy stuff is happening at the park. They don't have to go there, right? You kids don't have to get involved in crazy things because you're not in that neighborhood. Right. So now they're in the better schools. They're going to get the better education so they can get a better future. That starts with your decision today.
Yes.
Right. Yes. What you build to, absolutely, you building your tomorrow with your decisions today. And that's what it's about. Right. That's what it's about. Like, what do you want your future? The best way to predict your future is to create it.
Right.
That's right. Absolutely. Create it.
Is to create it. So, and I know I can speak to myself and I know two of these awesome individuals here. If you need more information, right? You want more information on what it is that we offer, reach out to us. We are more than glad to give you any information that you may want, right? We're here. We're knowledgeable, and I just want to introduce this so you know, retired Navy, right? Retired Navy. So for the military folks, you know, you got your senior NCOs here, right? You think they have wisdom beyond their years. Success leaves clues, guys. You just gotta follow it, right? Any last words, Andre?
Hey, I just want to say thank you very much for the night, to be on this call and just to share information with people, because we love people, you know, and for 31 years, I've learned to love people and take care of people. I mean, so that's already embedded in me, right? So when I met Hope, Hope said, hey, I got a business you can join, right? Be a partner on my team. And I'm like, what does that mean, right? So she finally broke it down to me and she let me know. And I thought, okay, now let me sit back and think about it for a minute. Number one, again, in the Navy for 31 years, so I'm already away from my family. So now it's time to be with my family, right? So I looked at that, and also at the fact, she said number one thing, she said, we can help people. Okay, I like that one, right? And then the fact that, hey, you in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So give it a try. So I did. So I gave it a try, and I've been with the company for a year now and learning and building my team. And I really love it because why? It talks about finances, and finances was not taught in my school. So I don't know about anyone else, but in my elementary school, middle school, high school, finances was not taught.
Awesome. And I appreciate you, Master Chief. I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you. Miss Hope, any last words?
Mr. Hobb, thank you. Thank you for this platform. We need to do these. We need to get the message out that just because you're in a situation today doesn't mean you're going to be in that situation tomorrow. The only difference is you have to take some kind of action. Stop being embarrassed about your credit score. It's just 3 numbers, and you can change those with action. And lastly, ask for help. There is nothing. I tell people that I live in a no judgment zone because I've been there. Mm-hmm. And who am I to judge you when you are trying to get help? It doesn't matter what you've done in the past. What matters is what are you going to do moving forward. Absolutely. And as a community, and when I say community, I'm not just talking about race, because we're also part of the military community. Mm-hmm. We know that by the time they start talking to you about your finances, you're already in trouble. Okay, so even though there are people that are available to you, we don't like asking for help until we are in trouble. Mm-hmm. So again, this program and this plan just makes it so much easier for you in your life. And you get to take care of the people that you care about. And I just want to say thank you for putting this together. Thank you to my business partner, Mr. Andre Harris, because he called me. He's like, hey, look, we're doing this. And I was like, sure, just let me know when. Because, again, we are a team. And as a team, we work well together and we take care of each other. Because, like he just said, you're in business by yourself. That means you got to put in some work, but you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You're gonna, listen, we work as a team and you're not gonna be alone. So whatever questions you have, just ask. Even if he sounds stupid to you, listen, the only stupid questions are those that weren't asked. So let's change some lives together.
Absolutely. I do want to give it back to both of you. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, for showing up, giving your knowledge. I appreciate you. And we'll see you guys real soon on any platform. I don't care if it's a stage, whatever. You know how we do. Yes. Right? You know how we do. So I appreciate you guys. Until next time, I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
All right.
Good night.
Guys, so I just wanted to show you what we changing lives here. right? We are definitely changing lives here. We're going to continue to do so. There's not a question if what we do works. The question is, are you going to allow it to work for you, right? So until next time, guys, I appreciate you guys. You will miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Take your shot. Take your shot. You just might make it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.